Hello, I'm Brian Richards. I'm a former electrical engineer and now consultant to engineering firms on staff retention solutions and owner exit strategies. It is no secret that Australia is facing a critical engineering skills shortage. As an interested participant and someone who wants to help the main parties bring attention to these challenges, I've prepared a series of short videos, with each one looking at an aspect of this situation. Even more attention appears to be warranted, as this is a challenge that is negatively impacting not only our engineering industry, but indeed our nation. I hope you find these videos of value, and if you do, please share them with others to bring much needed attention to this important issue.
If we accept that there is a significant engineering skills shortage, then we should be concerned about the implications, simply because the engineering sector is so important in the broader economy. So this video sets out in the space of a couple of minutes to approach a very broad topic, and we want to try and identify some of the key implications of the engineering skills shortage in those couple of minutes. So let's see how we go. One of the things that does become clear reasonably quickly is that there are a whole range of negative outcomes across many sectors, many of which have significant financial and opportunity loss associated with this inability to attract and retain engineering professionals. Now, one of the primary sources that I found quite helpful in this research was a relatively recent survey by ANET of quite a large population of APESMA and Engineers Australia members, about 2,400 responses. So let's try and pull out of that some of the key findings. About 60% of the respondents identified an engineering skills shortage, very high percentage, and more than half identified a specific discipline or area that was in short supply. 40% felt their organisation did not have the right skills mix. About 54% identified a loss of capability. Engineers also identified a range of broader impacts of the underutilisation of their skills and capabilities. About 34% felt that efficiency and quality of work was suffering. 25% identified an impact on productivity, and 17% identified a loss of organisational capability. The majority of engineers felt their employers supported them, which was good, to exercise their full range of skills and capabilities. However, 28% felt that their job had moved away from core engineering duties. Now, this not only came out through this research, but also anecdotally, hearing quite often about engineers feeling that they're being called upon to do more and more admin tasks. Now, that's interesting because of a finding we'll come to in a moment. Comments revealed also just a general level of dissatisfaction with the lack of investment in their profession and the impacts on quality and productivity being quite significant. Now, let's step through a range of other implications that I've been able to pull from a whole range of sources. Some of the main areas affected are clearly recruitment, because there are not enough engineers in the market. And I'll give some of the sources where some of this information has come from. Retention is also affected because many engineers leave due to salary issues or work-life balance issues, competitive pressures from other employers, and so on. Retirement is also a very significant factor in growing, and we'll pick that up in another video. But not all firms, in fact very few firms, a surprisingly small number of firms have effective succession planning in place in terms of some sort of formalised arrangement. And most experienced engineers, of course, are baby boomers moving towards their retirement years, and this is a significant and growing problem. There's a lack of workplace capacity and an increased reliance on contractors and consultants where that is possible. And due to the shortfall, this is quite interesting, we have non-engineering staff performing some basic engineering functions to try and fill the gaps. But we also have engineers being asked to perform administrative duties at the same time. So it's interesting, the tension between those two issues. But this is a problem on both counts. Older engineers are worrying about the transfer of knowledge and expertise when they are no longer around. And specialised capacities are also suffering due to this lack of personnel. We have almost an inevitable stress being placed on engineers because of these tensions and these gaps. And just a couple of other statistics here. We have 48% of engineers anticipating a period of stagnation over the next 12 months due to the impact of the skills crisis. We have added cost to production and reduced productivity and so on. And we also have 85% of companies nominating the building of their skills base as critical to their competitiveness, while 74% identifying the inability to secure skilled staff as a barrier to success over the next 3 years. What I thought I might do now is just take a couple of, about 3 direct quotes from engineers who give quite a personal insight into the impact of the skills shortage in their workplace. First person says the organisation has not successfully tackled the issue of attraction and retention of engineers and allied technical personnel. Another person said the most highly skilled engineers in our organisation are all now in their 50s and will exit the workforce in the next 5 to 15 years. These are not being replaced due to a shortage of engineers in the market. We know that problem's not going to go away. The few remaining knowledgeable and skilled engineers have to take on increasing responsibilities, often resulting in single points of knowledge. No one to pass knowledge to as no succession planning exists. Severe loss of corporate knowledge is imminent as many engineers will retire in the next 5 years. So again, these points are picked up in other videos and explored further, but let's try and pull this together. What is the outlook for the talent crunch? Well, I think we can clearly see that we know engineers continue to be one of the worst affected occupations experiencing these skills shortages. And because of some of the issues that we've just looked at, that problem is only likely to get worse over the next 5, 10, 15 years. What it does mean, if you're the principal of an engineering firm, there's a clear imperative to develop innovative and effective talent management strategies, particularly focused on attracting and retaining these qualified professionals.
This video is one of a series of more than 20 similar short videos highlighting the various core issues behind Australia's current engineering skills shortage. To see the others, just go to www.engineeringskillsshortage.com for the access details. Thank you, and once again, if you see value in these videos, please share them with others to bring attention to these important issues.